This is perfectly valid. Hey guys, how are we tonight? Awesome night today. And look, it is red. It is a sea of red. What is happening, guys? What is happening? Bitcoin down to 43 again. Ethereum down to 3. Cardano, is going to go down to 2. Binance getting slammed. Solana getting slammed too. Avalanche, you're still strong. Don't lie, Avalanche. You're still strong even at 60. But let's look at what's happening. But before that, let's look at the chart so I can freak you out. Yeah, that is a total freak out, right? That is a total freak out. But we need to understand what's happening, which is why what I recommend to you after this, watch the show after this on the stock market, because there's a lot of questions you need to ask. Look at AVAX. Look at Cardano. Well, Cardano is not doing well. It seems it has not been doing well since the news on the smart contract here, right, kind of peak, which is kind of like sell the news. Hello. Bitcoin is here down again, okay? Whoa, we have slipped below that golden cross level. What is going on, Ethereum? Running down towards support. So 3K here is key. What was the low here? We are at support. This level is so key. If it breaks, it's going to be difficult. Now, let me show you something very interesting here, which is Ethereum gas. Now, at 6 o'clock, again, at 6 o'clock, because, I'm trying to unstake some things. I have a lot of things staked. I think it's time for me to unstake, because I do have a program where I bring money back into the country, right? I bring money back. I sell and basically bring money back into the country. And I'm starting to do it now. Not that I'm not bullish about the market. It's just something I do to keep my investments, to keep my mind kind of level-headed, right? So I saw this at around 5:55. It was only 51. 51. So I didn't went to the side. I wanted to unstick and I say, I'm going to wait until night. But look, it is up now. Why so? Because the US markets open at 9:30, correct? Is it 9:30? Yeah, 9:30. So apparently there's a lot of action from here. So guys, what is causing this? Who knows? Do you know what is causing this? Is it coming from the USA? Is it coming from Singapore? Aha, Singaporeans, I got you. Is it coming from Australia? Is it coming from London? What in the world is going on? Because not only that, I also want to look at this. Okay, let's not look at Cardano. Makes us feel sad, right? We want to look at S&P. Hey, let's look at the S&P 500. And I think this is more important. Do I have the CFD? I want to have the CFD, okay? Is it this? US, is it this? I don't know. Is it this? S&P, SPX. I want to look. Yeah. It's that. Because look at that. Okay, so it is not something that is only for crypto. It is kind of systemic. Okay, there's a systemic risk going on here. Look at the S&P 500 being dumped. And what about NASDAQ? We like the NASDAQ, right? I think Bitcoin is more correlated to the NASDAQ than the S&P. So now you know. What do you know now that the NASDAQ, that the Bitcoin is really more of a risk on, okay? It's a risk on mechanism. It is not a risk off mechanism. And this is going to be a week for a lot of risk. So you might want to follow the 8:30 show, okay? What is the risk going on? Look at that. Look at the futures there. Yeah, man, the S&P is down. The NASDAQ is down that we saw. I'm just going to get, whoa, it's gone down. Look at that. It's gone down some more. So look at what's happening. You need to know gas prices are high. That means some people are probably selling or unstaking to sell. Could be. I just waited and the gas went up 3 times on me. Probably I'm going to wait this out. Stock futures sink amid China's Evergrande default risk plus debt ceiling debates. In the US, there is now a debate, right, on whether the Fed should actually taper because they've been borrowing money like mad, okay? And the Fed balance sheet is now almost 10 times, okay? Almost 10 times what it was during the 2008 financial crisis. We can't go on that forever. And I think if you saw the show yesterday on the market review, what Julian said, he already said this is a risk-off mechanism. So Dow futures sank by more than this. Now, Bitcoin was doing well, right? Bitcoin was doing okay before that. Actually, when all this risk off came in on Friday, Bitcoin was actually doing well because at that time, there was going to be like, supposedly there's going to be a lot of inflation. And once there is a lot of inflation, your fiat, your ringgit, your Singapore dollar, what else do you hold? Your Thai baht, forget Thai baht, your Thai baht, the value is going to go down. Okay. So because the value is going down, you want to hold money in an asset where the value goes up, which is Bitcoin. In general, Bitcoin, right? So what is happening here? Look at that. Chinese real estate company, right? The debt limit in Washington and the Chinese. I told you guys that they're taking a lot of debt in Washington, and Chinese real estate company. Evergrande Group plunged by more than 10% on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange on fear of a collapse, major debt burden, 305 billion. Okay, so I'm also wondering this in terms of crypto potentially triggering turmoil elsewhere in the global market, because a lot of people could have these bonds, and if they default, it's going to be a big problem. In fact, what is the currency do you think is at risk? In fact, I went into the markets just now. I just converted from this currency to another. I don't know whether it's true. I just do not want to take the chance. So if you have a stable coin that is backed by papers that are not in the USA, I am not going to be happy about it. Okay, so I just went and converted this stable coin to another stable coin, because this stable coin supposedly, I don't know, this is what I read, had a lot of papers in China. I don't know whether they have these papers, but it doesn't matter. I'm just converting to another currency which has papers in the US. I'm not going to tell you the currency that I converted from, just going to tell you that I converted a lot of my stable coins, the ones that I have, okay, the ones that I have, into this currency called USDC. Yeah, I converted a lot into USDC. I feel safer there. Although, the government is investigating USDC. That's fine. That is fine because Coinbase is there. I am okay that USDC is there, Coinbase is there, Circle is there. I am cool. But again, this Evergrande, let's go and read more about it before we go to the crypto news. See, you have to see the big picture in crypto. You want to understand what's happening. Scrambles to raise funds to pay debts. Look what happened. Plunge as much as 19% to their lowest level in 11 years. I think that's low. My God, 206 Hong Kong dollars, 26 cents. The weakest level since May 2010. Look at that. Everything owned by Hang Ten. Hang Ten is owned by Evergrande, also plunged. So people are now really they don't know what to do, right? They're kind of confused. Will the Chinese government bail out Evergrande? I don't know. I really don't know. Property gauge slumped to its lowest since 2016. My God, because I always thought that, the Hong Kong property market is probably the most expensive in the world, right? But look at that. It's gone down on a cliff. It's gone down from a cliff. So I don't know what to do. I don't know. See, if this were the US, it's easy, right? Because we know that the Fed bails us out, right? The Fed gonna bail us out by printing more money. I don't know about China. I really don't know, but I have to ask, will China allow their financial system to be in trouble? I mean, they were, China was involved in, of course, doing all this due diligence on the finance companies like Ant Financial, right? I think even Tencent is somewhere there, and some other companies are also involved. And because of all of these, like the e-learning thing, like the shares of a lot of companies went down, especially Alibaba. I applied. I was about to pay for my what was that stock, right? For my the Alibaba company and financial IPO. I was about to pay for it, but I decided to pull out, which was good because I sensed something going on in China, and they came hard, and the IPO was canceled because once you send money to Hong Kong and all that, it's It's one thing for your money going out to Hong Kong. Yeah, that was a legal investment, by the way. That was through a registered broker that had connections with the Hong Kong stock market. So it was done in the proper way. We had to sign contracts and all that. But of course, the thing is, once you send money out, it's one thing. Getting back the money is another thing. And of course, the fees, I would have to pay the fees, even if the IPO got canceled. So I suggest you all take a look at this, because I think in the short term, it will have an impact on the cryptocurrency market. No doubt about that. Let's see what's happening now on Cointelegraph and see whether these guys realize what's going on. They do. Yeah, I did see some news on this. 2,000 smart contracts on Cardano, best bear market ever. So it looks like this bear market, people are just willing to hodl, okay? Because again, there is a rumor in the US that there's going to be a Bitcoin ETF. I mean, how can Canada have an ETF and the US doesn't have an ETF? That does not make sense. Look at that, Coinbase, 1.36 million contract. Look at this, Optimism, roll-up deployment, late. What is this? Another one, latest DeFi hack. But when you talk about DeFi hacks, one of the things that happened this week that I think is good is this, okay? And this is in Forest City, China. We know what happened there, right? The Chinese, did they give a 50% discount? Wow, they gave you guys a 50% discount, man. But look at this, Miso hack. There was a hack on SushiSwap, and people say that crypto is not safe. Is it really so? Which is why I said nowadays, unless the company is small, I'm really not worried, okay? I am really not worried, because guess what? After this, the guy gave the entire money back because they found out who he is. He was obviously trying to take the money out, probably to centralized exchanges. They know who he is. They say they would dox him if he didn't give the money back, and he gave the money back. So who says that cryptocurrency is not safe? It is probably one of the safest things that you can do, because, you can follow the trail of the wallet, okay? So why the Bitcoin might be safe from the global market crisis? Let's go and read this, okay? Yes, initially there might be a panic sell like now, sure, but I want to know why. Lack of integration with traditional finance, inability to be forcefully sold to cover financial losses mean that the price might not collapse if there is a global stock market meltdown. I think if you saw the show on Sunday, you know that we are in risk of. There is a danger. In fact, I'm not easy about October. I said I was already worried on October, because Bitcoin seems to do the thing that it's not supposed to do this year. So is it digital gold? Is it the perfect store of value? I don't know. But the thing is this, right? El Salvador's adoption as a legal tender means the exchange functionality that the Lightning Network, okay, Lightning Network is a fast way to transfer Bitcoin, because if you don't do that, the cost of transaction will be so expensive, okay? So they're looking here at the correlation to assets, and I think this is very, very important. Can it hold its value? As I've said before, I have always believed this, right, that Bitcoin is really more pegged to the stock market, especially the tech stock. So whoa, it mimicked the Hong Kong. Really? I didn't know that. Yeah, Alibaba, no surprises. Tencent, Alibaba, Meituan, which are billion-dollar tech companies. Well, Bitcoin has been going up while Hong Kong has been going down due to the China crackdown, right? So the shift in investors' perspective from tracking gold to tech stock begs question of whether Bitcoin will succumb to the Hang Seng downward movement seen in the past 90 days. I don't know, but yeah, you guys can go and read this. But to me, it all depends on Evergrande, whether the Chinese will allow this to impact the entire world. Will they allow this to, will they bail them out? Let's see tomorrow, guys. Let's see tomorrow. No panicking today, okay, guys? I'm going to see you tomorrow. I'm going to just hold the line until tomorrow, and we'll see it again what happens tonight. Okay, guys, bye again. Remember, see the 8:30 show, because I